What is up, everyone? Welcome to A Sum of Two Buses. Today is going to be all about fun. I've been looking forward to this one for a while, for totally selfish reasons, of course. I wanted to dig into these compressors on both these platforms and see what the differences were between them when they were put side by side with similar settings, hence Shootout. One of the many selling points for me on this desk are the onboard compressors. Every input channel and every output bus has access to all of these compressors without inducing any latency. I'm a huge fan of having a lot of different color of compression to work with within the console. And I like to do as much as I can within the desk. And the more I dig into this platform, the more goodies I find. Now, a couple things to note about today's demonstration. First off, this is for fun. So let's have some of that. Meaning, even though this isn't going to be a perfect scientific comparison because each plugin has its own gain structure, I matched each plugin's ratios, and I used my ear to best match the slight differences in attack and release times. And then I level matched each demonstration using short-term and long-term measurements via Waves WLM loudness meter plugin. And second, this goes for all these episodes. I highly recommend listening on monitors or a pair of headphones you trust and bumping up the streaming quality to HD in order to get the best quality audio. And you could change your streaming quality by clicking the gear wheel at the lower right corner of this video. Today's shootout will be comparing the DLive's 16 VU versus the Waves 160 VU, the DLive's Optronic compressor versus Waves CLA2A, and lastly, the DLive's Peak 76 and Waves CLA 76. That being said, I set these compressors up on 3 different instruments with 3 different intensities to compare some of the different settings we would use in a live show setting. Each compressor shootout will have a soft, a medium, and a hard or heavy approach. To make this as seamless as possible, I set up some scenes both in SuperRack and the DLive to bypass and engage each plugin simultaneously. The last note I have for you is in each demonstration I figured out a way to put these plugins side by side together. That way the gain structure hits the plugins exactly the same way. So today's audio example will be the same New York City rock band we had last episode. They go by the name Albis, and you can find their info below and in the description of this video. So let's kick this bad boy off and start with the DLive 16 VU and the Waves 160 VU. Our soft approach for this shootout will be on kick-in, our medium approach will be on electric guitar, and the hard approach will be burying into this compressor with a bass DI for a parallel compressed version. All right, here's our soft approach for kick-in. All right, plug-in bypassed. All right, now our medium approach for electric guitar. Bypassed. All right, now our hard approach on bass DI. Plugin bypassed. Alright, that was pretty cool. Let's move on to the next shootout, which will be the DLive's Optronic and the Waves CLA2A. Our soft approach will be on clean guitar, our medium approach will be on a vocal bus, and our hard approach will be on bass DI. Now here's our soft approach on clean guitar. Bypassed. And here's our medium approach on a vocal bus. Bypassed. Let's go ahead and bury our bass into this compressor. Plugins bypassed. Yes, I dig both of these comps for sure. Now our last shootout will be the DLive's Peak 76 on Unit 2 and the Waves CLA 76 on Blackie mode. Our soft approach will be on overheads. Our medium approach will be on snare top, and our hard approach with both these guys will be all buttons in, crushing a drum parallel bus. All right, now our soft approach on overheads. Plugins bypassed. And now for our medium approach, which will be on the snare top mic. Plugins bypassed. All right, now for our hard approach. Let's get smashing. plugins bypassed. I mean, isn't that awesome? All of those compressors are similar in some aspects and pretty different in others. But getting down to it, having a desk that has all of these options available on all the inputs and output buses takes it to a whole nother level. I mean, if you think about it, it frees up some CPU in your Waves servers for you to try some things that you may not be able to do in the DLive. And it gives you some pretty gratuitous compression within the desk. So be careful out there. Music should still have some dynamics. Be sure to tune in next episode when we talk about DLive's dual stage tube preamp model, which is available on every input channel on the console. Well, that's it for this episode of A Sum of Two Buses. If you dug it, please like, please share, please subscribe. Until next time, take care and be safe.
So many people running scared, 1,000